this, okay, we can see, okay, they are running nodes. So first we should power off them before closing the lab. Okay, so this already I have switched off. So we need to delete this guy. So then only I can able to close this. Okay, so let's open any one of this folder. So I will start the new one. This time I'm going to start OS PF IPv4 in FORTINET. This is the lab. Okay, so let's take the FORTINET. I think I have taken this guy, I think 1010. Let it be default, guys, because we cannot increase the RAM and CPU because a licensing issue will come. That's the reason I will take the default one. Okay, I'll not change any modification here. Oh, this guy has problem. Let's stay other guy. We'll take built in 1879. Yeah, so this guy has no issues. Means what are the things I'm taking? Please try to take that. I think not share the screen, guys. Means you are not watching, guys. Guys, please watch it. Okay. So I will show you this thing, guys. Topology. The topology which I am using for you lab, guys. I'll share the screen. I think you can see, right? So this is my screenshot. Let me take this. I will share you in the Teams, guys. Okay, so I'll copy. I'll send you in the Teams. Okay, so this is the topology which I'm going to do it. So let me exit this. Okay, so let's do that topology now. Okay, so I need so see the topology, guys, which I shared to you. So it has used the 4 routers. Okay, router 2 has been belongs to the area 0. Okay, router 1. Okay, it is belongs to area 1. Router 3, area 3, router 4, and area 4. Okay, so as we can see on a topology which I shared to you. Okay, so let's take my Cisco IOS. So let's take, I need 4. Okay, let me start this fast. Start whether it will take this guy or not. Okay, one guy is on. Let's take on. Okay, so this guy will take, this is 1. This is 2. This is 3, and this is 4. This is a big lab, guys. Okay, so pay some attention. So this is very important, guys. Okay, so I'm going to configure here. Okay, so let's start doing the connections now. This is connected to the port 1. So please be carefully so while connecting here. So this is my R1. Okay, gigabyte 0/0 is connected to the port 1. Okay, and this is my R2 is connected for the port number 2 of the firewall. And this is connected for your R3 is connected for the port number 3. And this is connected for your port number 4. Okay, so auto alignment. Okay, so now we can see the perfect topology which I am connected. Okay, so if you want label also we can give it. Okay, later on I'll give the label. So let's on these all devices. Before that, I have opened a few things, guys. Let me close this for previous lab. Okay, so this is the fresh topology which I'm going to configure before it get loaded. So let me give the label. Let me start before giving the label. This guy is loading now. First, let it be load, then I will give the label, guys. This guy is showing some issues. No bootable device. This guy has some problem. Okay, this guy has a problem. Let's take other node. This we are not checked. Let's take this. Take different color. It is on already. Just I'm repeating the connection once again, guys. Because the device doesn't have any bootable disk inside the image file. So if it's taking long, just refresh the page. So before getting on, first on this directly device, then we'll on one by one. Oh, this guy also has got problem. Okay. Now we can able to log in. New password. So this is the new password, guys. You will ask. Okay. So please enter the password for so that all can able to access this. I'll give the test T capital 123 TEST. Supposed to give the new password. Okay, so I'll give test 123. Do not match. So I will give admin 123. What is the issue? Which why you showing like this? New person doesn't match. I'm giving my name. Please input new password. Someone has given this password, man. There's a problem, man. This is the password. FORTINET. Guys, give me some idea, guys. Is there anybody login before that? Because when I came here, it was log out.
No, sir.
Again, I
No
log
one
in.
logged in.
I don't know why it's.
To Fortinet, we haven't opened it. Fortinet, we haven't opened it, right?
Okay. Why? Let it boot once again. Let's see what happened. Let's try at least now it will log in or not. See. Jumping to directly without confirming the password, do not match. So no password must not be the same as a whole password. Guys, we are wasting a lot of time here. I don't know why. Check other file. Check about this guy. These guys, check. Okay, so this guy is working, man. Perfect. Should not ask any password, that's it. Okay. So let's stop this. What will this is what we'll call jugaad. So let's delete this guy. Net iOS face. Okay, let it connect one. Sample application error could not run because of the error. Some error this okay. I don't know why it's not opening. Okay, so anyhow, I think that guy started. Start all the nodes. Let's start with this firewall. We already logged. Let's log in. Okay, we are logging. at last. Okay, so topology which I shared you guys. So please check, like I'm going to configure the directly with the FORTINET first, then we'll go move for the all rest of the routers. Okay, but this lab is only for your OSPF EHRP with the multi-area. Okay, so this lab is big, guys. Okay, so it takes time, so please pay attention. So before starting the labs, let me see all you are available or not first. All are there. I could see.
Touch.
Yes, sir.
What about other, like
Yes, Taj.
Pavitra, Ria, Rukhaya, Trisha, Rahul, all are there. So tomorrow I will come to office. Don't worry. You want me to come office tomorrow, or shall I go online?
Office. You come, Touch. Come to office.
Okay.
Office, sir.
You want me to come to office?
Touch, we are missing your wife.
Huh?
We are missing your wife, Touch. No fun without you in office.
Anyhow, so tomorrow I will come. No issues. Tomorrow I come to the office. Okay. So right now I'm going to explain that this is a big lab, guys. Please, any one of your laptop, please connect to this one projector, guys. Any one laptop, you just connect to projector so that others can see. So it should feel like I'm giving like the classroom training. Okay, so let's start doing this, guys. Okay, so I have seen the topology, right? So please see the topology. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just configuring the IP. First thing is what we have to configure. Configure the IP address for the FORTINET firewall, which is connected for the 4 routers, Cisco routers. Okay, so port 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so then we'll configure your IP address for the routers with the loopbacks. Okay, so let's jump to the lab now. Okay, so right now I can able to log in, guys, now. So let's start doing directly with the loopbacks. So loopbacks, I will create 5 in each routers. So he has created 7, but I want to configure just only 5. So let's configuration for your FORTINET firewall. Okay, so first thing is configure system interface. Okay, now we are entered to the interface. Now which interface you want to edit? Port 1. Okay, so port 1 is connected for your R1 router. Okay, what kind of IP address we are giving? This is the static IP address for the port 1. Okay, set IP 192.168.1.2/24. Okay, now I want to give all the permissions, like set allow access for, I'm going to allow access for ping, HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, okay, and even telnet and SNMP also. We'll give all the permissions. Okay, now next is your what? Edit port 2 now. So port 2 also same command. Okay, this is one static one. We can use upper arrow keys, guys, to change the IP address. This is my router 2 IP address. Router 2 means it should be 2.2. Okay, 2.1 is your router. Please remember. Okay, don't give the IP address for the wrong interface. Okay, so then this is done. Now what next? Allow this all services. Okay, so that I can from router, if I ping, if I do HTTP, HTTPS means I can able to do this all services. Okay, so now next is edit port 3. Okay, for the port 3, okay, what I'm going to assign, this is my static, and IP address is, this guy is 3.2. Okay, so now I'll give the all access for this guy. Okay, this is done for here, port 3 interface. Okay, now next, now edit port 4. For the port 4, okay, the command is, this is nothing but your static. I'm assigning, and IP address is 4.2. We can see topology, guys. What is the command I'm using? According to the topology which I shared to you in the Teams. So accordingly, I'm doing it. Okay. So once if you're done, assign the IP address for all the ports, type end. How to check the interface? Show interface command will work, or get. How to check? Guys, how to check the IP address for Palo Alto firewall? Sorry, FORTINET.
Sir, show system interface port.
Show system interface. Okay, this is the command. Okay, right now it has 10 ports, but we are allowed to use only 4 ports, guys. You can see, right? So as per this thing, we can see we have assigned the, okay, this is our port number 1, 1.2. Port number 2 is 2.2. Port number 3 is 3.2. Port number 4 is 4.2. Okay, so we have assigned all 4 ports for your routers. Fine. So now open the first router. Let me open this guy. Let me change this property, another color. Oh, what happened? Okay. You want me to increase the font size, guys? Let it be. Guys, can I increase the font size? Yes or no?
Yes, Taj, please increase.
I think this is the maximum, man.
I think we have to zoom in and see.
Large, here also I have given large. Buffer size, layout. Okay, so let it be. Okay, so please see the topology and configure, guys. Okay, the first thing is we have to assign the IP address for gigabytes. Okay, interface gigabyte 0/0. Okay, IP address 192.168.1.1. 5255.0. Okay, so give no check. So first, once if you are giving the IP address, please check whether can we able to ping to the router, sorry, firewall. Okay, then we create the loopback. Otherwise, it could be problem, right? So do ping. So what is my router IP address? 192.168. 1.2, right? Okay, so I can able to reach to my firewall. Okay, so now what we have to do, just we have to create the loopbacks. So loopback 1. Be carefully, guys, because no loopback automatically, no need to give a shutdown, it will come up, right? Okay, and assign the IP address 10.1.1. correctly we are giving? 172.10.1.1. Loop back to, so once it has been come up, then you assign the IP address, guys. Wait for some seconds because it will come up. Otherwise, the wrong IP address if you give, so it could be problem in your topology when doing the lab, you'll get stuck. So which it takes long time to create the issue because for password, which I think somebody is using the password, they have changed it. Okay, the other reason it should be the default password for the other reason if you check the EVNG like documentation. Okay, so the password, like what are the password, it should be the same for all. Okay, so now loop back 4. I'll create just 5 loop backs, guys. But he has created 7 loop backs in each router, okay, which take long time to configure. Okay, so this is and show IP interface. Okay, so I think you can able to ping to my server. Okay, so I have the reachability. So this assigning the IP address is done. So let's open my router 2. Why this guy has coloring? Why man this? So this is my R2 router. T interface. So here, guys, I have connected for gigabytes 1. Okay, give the other reason I told you to just please be carefully while giving the IP address for the right interface. Okay, so sure. So do ping. Okay, so I have a reachability to my firewall. So now just create the loopbacks. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just create the loopbacks. So before creating the loopback, guys, so be carefully. So because for loopback, automatically it will come up. Please wait until it gets up. Then you configure your loopbacks. So IP address 172.20.1.1. This is my loopback 2. Okay, so I'm done with this configuration. Okay, show IP interface brief. So let me change this router name as well. This is my, sorry, R2. Okay. So router 2 configuration is done. Next, move to your router 4, sorry, 3. I think black background is better, I think. Blue means it's not so clear, right?
Yes, touch.
Let's, for the next lab, when you do the lab this, okay, you just change with the color. Okay, this is my R3. Okay, interface gigabytes. It is connected to which interface? Please check for gigabyte 0. Okay, interface gigabyte 0/0 68. This is 3.1. Correct? So give just no shut. So do ping 3.2, I guess. Yes. So I can reach to my firewall. Okay, let's just create your loopbacks. So this is 30.1.1. Pranav is absent today. Vishnu.
Yes, touch. Pranav is absent.
Okay, so now we are done with the configuration for all these things. We can able to reach to all my devices now, right? So now which way configured? Router 3, right? Okay, now we are into the last router now. So at the same time, so I'll open my firewall. So execute ping. So let me check to all my devices whether they can reach or not. Okay, so I have the reachability for this interface. Okay, so even 2.1. Okay, I have the reachability, and 3.1 as well. I have the reachability. So means 3 routers what we configure. So perfectly we configure. So now jump to the last router. This is our last router where we have to configure this. So config T. This is my R4 interface gigabytes 0/0. What is the IP address for this? Saying this is 4.1, I think, right? So no shut. Do ping 192.168 4.2. Okay, so perfectly, yeah, reaching, right? We can able to reach to your firewall from the router. Okay, even from router also, I'm sure, I think we can able to ping. So please confirm this for my router. That is my 4.1. Okay, so I have the reachability. So as you know that, so every this thing, because this color had changed because just to understand which is firewall telnet and which is the router telnet. Okay, you also, while doing the lab, please change the colors, this thing, so that we can understand. As we can see, ours look like same. The IP address are same because this is the EVNG IP address. Okay, so let's move on for your firewall guys. So as you can see, so every guy can able to ping to each other right now. So let's check before configurations from the routers. Okay, from the firewall, check what how to check the routing configuration. Okay, get router info. Okay, routing table details. Okay, it will show you the four router has been connected directly. Port 1, 2, 3. You can see, right? So port 1, 2, 3. The four port has been connected directly. Okay, if we check one more command, also same all. Okay, so look like show IP route in Cisco. How to check the routing? What are the things you configure? Routing protocol. Show IP route in Cisco. So in Fortinet firewall, so get router info routing table on. Okay, there's a difference. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, just configure your OSPF from the router first. Let configure first from the routers first. Okay, this is my R1, I guess. Yes, start from R1. Okay, so first what I'm going to configure. So go to global configuration interface gigabytes 0/0. So here the configuration is so IP OSPF 100. Okay, area 1. As we can see the topology, guys, in the topology it has mentioned that is your area 0. Oh, sorry, area 1. Okay, so int interface, that is your L1 interface. Same thing, IP OSPF area 100, OSPF 100 area 2. Okay, and this is my interface L2. This is a new command, guys. You can see this in the Cisco router also. We can able to tell the interface type. Okay, L1, L2, L3, this thing can able to give, because it's not a like this is the interface types. So interface like initiating the levels, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can get a number of these things. Here in router, I'm going to configure the your OSPF area 1 with the OSPF process ID 100. Okay, so let's give other one, OSPF 100 area 2. Okay, so then this is my level 3, then IP OSPF 100 area 2, and this is my L4 IP OSPF 100. This is also area 2, L5. The new way to configure in the Cisco routers, guys. Okay, so IP OSPF 100 area 2. And this is my L6. Suppose if you type, so it will give the list of the commands. These are the things we can configure for the interface, what type of interface it is. Right now we are going to configure just levels, like different types of levels. This is my L7. SPF area, SPF 100 area 2. SPF will not operate on this interval until IP is configured on it. I think we have done only 6 thing is there. Any. Okay, OSPF has been configured in router 1 now. So let's move on to your router 2. Okay, so in router 2, just we'll configure the EAGRP, because in router 2, EAGRP we should configure. Okay, so as per the topology, we can see, right? Okay, so how to configure the EAGRP? So go to global configuration mode, okay, router EAGRP 100, just give no auto summary. Okay, so network. So I want to reach 172.20.0.0. Okay, and give the wildcard mask. Okay, I want to advertise my network. Router 2 network is 172.20 network. We have get a lot of loopbacks, right? Okay, and now you give the wildcard mask. Dot 20.0. So then for the interface which is connected to the firewall, okay, there you have to configure your OSPF area 100, area 0. Okay, because in the router 2, we can see the topology. It belongs to your area 0, router 2. Okay, so go to that interface, gigabyte 0/1, I guess. Yes, you can see, right? You can see the topology, guys. It is connected for area gigabyte 0/1. Okay, so here we should configure your IP OSPF 100 area 0. Exit. Okay, so this is done for your router 2. So now let's move on to your router 3. Which is router 3. So yeah, so same thing what we configure R1. Okay, just move on. So interface gigabyte 0/. Go to this interface. Tell them so IP OSPF 100. Your belongs to area 3. Okay. So interface your interface 1, and same thing you repeat this for this guy. 2. Since right now we have just only 5. Let's 5 loopbacks we have created. Just the reason we are giving only 5 commands here. So last one is your R4. So go to this interface. Okay, interface gigabyte 0/0 here. Okay, so IP OSPF 100. This belongs to area 4. Okay, and then exit. So here we have to configure the EAGRP, guys. You can see the router 4. So it has configured the EAGRP. You can see. Okay, so configure EAGRP. I'll give these as 200. So I'll advertise my network 172.40.0.0. I'll give my wildcard mask. Okay, so no auto summary also required. Okay, so how to configure the OSPF, okay, on the FORTINET firewall. Okay, So please check here. Okay, show router OSPF. This is a command to check whether we configure. So here nothing is configured, right? Show router OSPF, so we can see. So it has not configured anything. Okay, so we can see static, RIP, BGP, ISIS also we can able to configure it. Fine. Let's configure the OSPF configuration part. So configure router OSPF. Okay, it will take you to the OSPF privilege. So now we have to set OSPF, router ID here first. Okay, router ID is very important because the DR, BDR elections process will be happening. Okay, so in the OSPF, so we'll give some IP address. Okay, okay, so this guy is the router ID. We'll make on router ID. So then configure your areas. Okay, then edit 0.0.0. Any network. Okay, so then next, then edit 0.0.0.1. Means directly I'm giving a wildcard mask. You can see just I'm giving directly wildcard mask so that it can able to reach to these guys. Because Fortinet configuration is, rather I told you, it's little bit complicated, guys. Okay, so once if you practice means hands-on means I think you can able to do it. Okay, so new entry has been added. Next, and then this areas belongs to edit 0.0.0.2, I think 3, because area we are going to configure area 3. Okay, next, edit 0.0.0.4. Then end. Okay, so configure network. So how to configure a network? Set I think in configure network. Okay, network. First thing is same thing. How you configured static default routing. Okay, so here also it start from edit 1. So what you want to edit here? Set prefix. Okay, network. I want to advertise my network. Okay, firewall network 192.168.1.0. Okay, give the subnet. Okay, and this area belongs to 0.0.1. Okay, next. Okay, now edit 2. Okay, in edit 2, other network is 3 network, right? Same command. You can see, repeat the command. Let's see. And this is 0/1. I think it should be 0.00, man. Wrongly we configured. Let's configure this. Edit 2. So edit 2 is prefix. This is 2 network. Okay. Set area 0.0.0. Okay, next. Edit 3. Okay. In edit 3, set prefix 192.168.3.0 network 255.255.255.0. Okay, set this area belongs belongs to 0.0.0.3 because router 3, right? This is the router 3 which is connected this interface. Command set area. We have to type completely 0.0.0. It is not giving me this one. Command fail. So this is correct. Set area 0.0.0. Value percent error. Let's see this error. This is edit 3, right? Okay, fine. Let's check other guy. Then edit 4. What is the error? Why is showing like this? Let it be already we configured the 4 this thing. No, only fourth one is left. Configure router. Configure network. Let configure once again for 4 network. So set prefix 22.168.4.0 network. Okay. So this is my area 4. Next. Okay, so this is how to configure, guys. You can see configure redistribute connect, and okay, you can see this how to configure this. It will be complicated. It takes time to understand. Once you've done the practice, I'm sure you can able to check understand that. Okay, so now we can see how to check the OSPF here. So get router info OSPF router neighbor. Router neighbor also we can. So it has formed the 2 adjacency, 10 network, 20 network, and 4 network has it formed. Because only 1, 2, 4 has been connected because we have missed some commands that will do it. You can see that we will do it. So if you want to check the database, okay, same command. So get router info OSPF database brief. You can see a lot of information is showing, right? You can see the list of informations. What we can see, it has been configured. Link ID is 555. So 20 network, and it has been advertising to 20.5.1. Okay, so it has been when it has been come up, this all it is we can see in the OSPF database. Okay, if you check OSPF neighbor, it's showing only 4, right? So it should 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are missing 1. So let's configure that, guys. Okay, before we go further, okay, so let me configure. I think port number 3 we are not configured. So how to configure this? So configure router OSPF. Okay, so first configure the network. Okay, so fourth, which one? Let me check which one you're missing. Port number 3. So port number 3, we are missing that, which is not configured. Okay, so how to configure this? I think edit 3. Yeah, so edit 3 is a set prefix 168 3.0. In the subnet, set this area 0.0. Some error with area 3. Please input a defined area ID. Check. Something we are missing. Okay, let's see. One thing I'm missing. Let's do that later. Guys, you are following? Okay, let's check how to check this thing. Okay, let's come out this. Okay, get. Okay, so router info, routing table OSPF. As you can see, it is not getting any because we have missed some configurations. So we'll try to resolve that issue. Okay, even if you check the routing table all, so you can see it is showing OSPF table is showing directly connected. If you type the OSPF, okay, it's not from the any adjacency, because adjacency, once if you form it automatically, it will load the OSPF here. Right, you can see, right, once it has formed the adjacency OSPF, automatically it's going to form the adjacency. Right, it's forming because we are done some mistake here. So we'll do once again for configuration OSPF. So I'm going to configure once again, guys. Before that, check show router OSPF. So we can see it has, we have not edited this one, but we have configured 3. So we have Autodesk 3, 1, 2, 3, we Autodesk. You can see, right? And this guy has not configured anything. So you set area 0, 1, and this we have not set. Okay, we have to edit that. Okay, you can see, right? Show router OSPF. That's the reason it's not forming any adjacency. Okay, so this is nothing but your troubleshooting part, guys. So let's do this configuration once again, because we have done everything. We have created area, okay, 0, 1, and 3. So as per this thing, 3 we are missing. That's the reason it's not accepting that. Okay, so let's do that. So how to configure this? Configure router OSPF. Okay, so configure area. Okay, which area we are missing? So edit 0.0.0. 3 new entry has been added. So now we can edit the all 3 entries. Right? So now we have done it. Now we are in OSPF. Now you configure the network. So configure network. So as we can see, so we are missing this. First we assign the area. 2, 3 we are not assigned. Okay, so that we'll do it now. So now we have to configure the network. Okay, so how to configure? The first one is edit. I think first one we configured. Edit 1. First we configured area 1. As per the topology we are configured. Only thing is edit 2, 3 we have to configure. So edit 2. Okay, so in edit 2 what we have to configure? Set prefix. Okay, so what we have to, which we have to do is 192.168 2.0 network with the mask. Okay, now we have to set the area. Okay, this is which area it belongs to? This belongs to area 0. Because this is a router 2, right? This is your router 2. Okay, so now next is, now last one is I think 3, edit 3. Okay, set prefix 32.168.3.0 with the mask. Okay, set the area. Okay, edit 3 is nothing but here. Which area? 0.0.0.3. And now it is accepting, right? So previously it was showing some issues. So now it has been accepted. So once we are done, next and end. Configure, redistribute. Connected. Just we need to connect this all. Now we check this one. So what is the command? Get, right? Get, what is the command? Get router info OSPF neighbor. Okay, now it's showing all the 4 ports, right? You can see, right? All the 4 ports, now it is connected. So as per these topologies, I think 40 is not missing. 172.40. Network. Okay, so still it's missing, right? No problem. So we will check this one. We check in our show SPF database brief. Or else there is one more command, show IP OSPF get router permission. So here we can see some details. Not this router. Get a router info, the routing table OSPF. Okay, so we can see, right, now it has been configured the OSPF. 30 networks you can able to reach. You can see 30 network, all the network you can see, you can able to reach here. If you type show routing table, okay, all. You get directly connected, see, and 4 network it has been reached. So how to create the virtual link? Because in still some network is not getting right. So we have created a lot of loopbacks. So it is connected only third router, right? Third router is connected. So that's the reasons we have to create one virtual link from R1 to your OSPF 55, where we have the router ID, the firewall OSPF router ID is we have given 55, right? So for that, what we are going to do, we create a virtual link on your router 1. Can say, right, is loading something. Show IP route OSPF. See, it has learned, right? Can you able to see, guys, here? We are getting output, guys, here. Please watch here. So it has learned from external. 30 network has been learned, but still, so we are not getting any updates from 20 network and 40 network, 172.40 network. So how to do that? Just create a virtual link. So go to global configuration mode. Okay. Router OSPF 100, right? We have created 100. So area 1, I want to connect to the area 1. Okay. To my router ID is 55, right? What we have created. Okay. Now, how to configure in OSPF virtual link in Fortinet? Let's do that. How to configure here? So configure router OSPF. Okay. So then configure area. Okay. Edit 0.0.0.1. Okay, this is my area 1. So configure virtual link. Okay. Then edit 0.0.0.1. Okay. So set peer to 172.172.10. I think 5.1, because loop back only 5 loop backs we have created. So let's connect to that. Okay, and okay, so you can check show router OSPF. So we can see there's a list of command. What are the things we configured? Show router OSPF. Look like same Cisco command. We can configure it other way as also, guys, in Fortinet. Now, if we check, okay, so get router info OSPF neighbor. So we can see the file network has been launched now. Link, we can see, right, the last bottom one. So virtual links has been created 1.1 to 5.1. The 10 network, you can see, right? If we check on OS router 1, we check here, okay, show IP OSPF neighbor. So it will show you, right, file network has been formed. You can see OSPF, okay, VL0, okay, with a network ID. So we can able to reach here. We check the PALO ALTO firewall, FORTINET firewall. Okay, get router info routing table all. You can see external route has been read, right? 10 dot network has been learned here. Fine. So it's working as per our topology, guys. It's working. 10 network has been learned. In 10 network, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can see, guys, we can see my cursor. In router 1 network, 10 network, 170 10 network, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 network has been learned. So even from the router 3 also it has been learned. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this is 4, which is connected directly. Right? Now let's configure how to configure the passive interface in the OSPF on your Fortinet firewall. Okay, so how to configure this? Configure router OSPF, set passive interface for the port 1. That's it. Very simple command. Some commands are very simple in Fortinet. So if you check in R1, then it takes time to load this. It has to get expiry date, dead time expiry, it has to show. Let's put it like this. As you know that, yes, guys, can you see, guys, here? So dead timer expired, because we have done the passive interface. Passive means like, because if any communication is not happening means the links will go down in the OSPF. So as you know, the OSPF is very slow protocol compared to EAGRP. Yes. So EAGRP is fast, but due to the EAGRP doesn't have the scalability as the OSPF. So that's the reason, like most of the organizations they use on the OSPF configurations. If you check now, so we get router info OSPF neighbor. No, the virtual link has been removed, right? Can you see? So one link has been removed. You can see the port number 1. So what that one is missing, right? You can see that. Guys, are you there? Hello, guys. Guys, are you there? You are feeling hungry?
Sir, we are here.
But no one is responding. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. Now, how to remove the passive interface which we configured? Okay, let's do that. Okay, the command is same. Okay, so configure router OSPF. So unset passive interface. That's it. Now we can see it's loading, right? Can you see, guys? Now it's loading. We are removed the passive interface. Now if you check, okay, get router info OSPF neighbor. Now it has came back to normal page. So previously it was not showing on the screen. You can see, right? So now we can able to see. Now it is fully loading here. Adjacency has been formed. Now we can able to see it. Type other command like show get router info OSPF neighbor. Okay, these are one more command. Get router info routing table all. You can see this has been all. It has been learned from other network. It has been learned by from other network. Okay, guys. So do you want lunch time now? Like, can I give after 10 minutes?
Yes, Taj.
You want lunch time now?
Yes. Yes, Taj.
Okay then. So you take the lunch. So after lunch, we'll continue the session, guys. Okay.
Okay, Taj.